We found each other before hundreds of times. We can do it again.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the times when sitcoms stopped being funny for a second and broke our hearts. For this list, we're not including animated series. Also, this list is full of spoilers, so beware.
I'll never forget him, but he forgot me a long, long time ago.
Number 10. Chandler and Monica's fertility results. Friends. In the aptly named episode, the one with the fertility test, Chandler and Monica are given some devastating news. Their chances of having biological children are slim.
So, what is it? Is there a problem? Is there a problem with me or with you?
While the hospital scene with Janice gives us some laughs, the moment Chandler answers the phone, we know things aren't going to be good. Watching him relay the news to Monica is even worse.
It means that we can keep trying. But there's a good chance this may never happen for us.
Knowing how badly these two want to be parents, this major setback hurt. It's a reminder that after so many seasons on the air, some characters can start to feel like our own friends.
Well, we're gonna figure this out.
I know.
Number 9. Phil's last day with his dad. Modern Family. The late Fred Willard made several appearances as Phil Dunphy's dad over the show's 11 seasons, but his last was devastating.
Oh, I wanted to ask you.
Oh boy, no serious talk, okay? Yes, I'm taking all my million pills. You can come over and press my stomach. I'm starting to feel like a beanbag chair.
After getting a concerning call about his dad, Phil heads down to Florida to visit him and make sure he's alright. They spend a day together, and Phil gets closure on some long simmering questions he's held.
Well, you did take over the family business, didn't you? Keeping life light, making it fun for everybody.
I learned from the best.
It's soon after this special moment that we get the gut punch reveal. It's beautifully written and performed, and Phil's wise takeaway about appreciating the people we love while they're still here is all too true.
Don't miss a chance to let the people you appreciate know that.
Number 8. The Evans get bad news. Good times. The 4th season of this beloved Norman Lear sitcom opened with a tragic 2-part episode.
The reason your father went down to Mississippi is to make a new and better life for his family. Now, I know how important Luann is, but your father wants us in Mississippi.
After actor John Amos's unceremonious firing from the show, the writers decided to kill the character off in as sudden and heartbreaking a way as possible. The Evans family patriarch, James Sr., doesn't appear at all. He's gone ahead to prepare for the family's move to Mississippi. During their going away party, they receive a letter informing them that James was killed in a car accident.
We regret to inform you that your husband, James Evans, was killed in an automobile. Oh my God.
The news comes as a major shock. The way the family deals with the grief culminating in Florida Evans's breakdown at the end of the next episode was a hard watch, but a profoundly moving one too.
Damn!
Number 7. Paul's death. 8 simple rules. What started as a sitcom about a sports writer with very particular, hilarious guidelines for dating his daughters made a severe turn in its 2nd season.
And that's fine with me. Sweet. As long as it's okay with my daughter. Otherwise, you will continue to date her and no one but her until she is finished with you. Because if you make her cry, I will make you cry.
Paul Hennessy's sudden death made for an incredibly sad 2-part episode. It took on an extra layer of emotion given what happened behind the scenes. Beloved sitcom veteran John Ritter had completed just 3 episodes for the 2nd season of 8 Simple Rules when he passed away suddenly.
Katie, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Ooh, you're such a good man, a good husband, good father.
Oh, he was. He was.
The episode's ending sees Paul's widow, Kate, and their 3 children reading his last article. His words about the strength and love of his family is a touching tribute from beyond the grave, and they seem to serve as a goodbye not just to the character, but to Ritter himself.
That whenever they insult me, whether it's a "you're an idiot," "what a geek," or an "I hate you," and "I love you" isn't far behind.
Number 6. Archie alone. Archie Bunker's place.
Is Edith at home? Oh, she knew I was coming by today. Yeah, she's gone.
The Bunkers didn't have anything close to a perfect marriage. They gave new meaning to the phrase opposites attract, but after nearly a decade, all In the Family viewers had watched Archie Bunker reveal just how much he loved his sweet-natured wife.
You never could say no to nobody. Never could turn nobody away.
When she passed away between seasons on the show's sequel series, we got to see Archie at his most raw and vulnerable. Spending most of the episode denying his grief, he finally crumbles in the final scene when he finds Edith's slipper under their bed.
You had no right to leave me that way. Without giving me just one more chance to say I love you.
For the first time maybe ever, we see Archie Bunker break down in tears. Number 5. Marshall's dad dies. How I Met Your Mother. Between stories of dates gone awry and friends coupling up, reality had a way of crashing in on Ted Mosby and his friends. In one of the show's most heartbreaking twists, Marshall Erickson loses his dad.
Hey, can I borrow your phone? I want to call my dad. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a rollercoaster of emotions as Marshall has been expecting to hear bad news about his fertility, only to find out the opposite is true. And then, when everyone's guard is down, we're hit with the horrible reveal.
Something's happened. Your father, he had a heart attack. He didn't make it.
Actor Jason Segel processes the shocking information beat by beat, registering Marshall's confusion, disbelief, and grief, making the loss feel all too real.
I'm not ready for this.
Number 4. The Trenches. Blackadder. In the last moments of this historical BBC series, protagonist Edmund Blackadder and his pals find themselves in a World War I trench.
So, what do you want? Spit it out, man.
Emergency, sir. It's the big push today, and I'm not all that keen to go over the top.
Despite always managing to pull laughs, even in the most troubling historical moments, the reality of the Great War hangs over the last season before closing in on the beloved characters.
I'm the last of the tiddly-winking leapfroggers from the golden summer of 1914. I don't want to die. Really, not over keen on dying at all, sir.
Even with their efforts to keep up some humour, those final exchanges take on a different, sombre note, as the crew seems to have accepted their chances of survival are slim.
The guns have stopped because we're about to attack. Not even our generals are mad enough to shell their own men. They think it's far more sporting to let the Germans do it.
The uncharacteristically solemn series finale ends with Blackadder and his friends charging into the battlefield, presumably to their deaths. Number 3. Chidi's memory is wiped. The Good Place. With every new season, this comedy set in the afterlife reinvented itself and rewrote its own rules.
Guys, I've thought about this from every angle. If we don't wipe my memory, I will, one way or the other, ruin the experiment.
In season 3, we see the gang return to the mortal world, and in order to prove that humans are capable of improvement and being morally good, yet another experiment is launched. When one of the subjects happens to be Chidi's old fling from their time on Earth, though, he volunteers to have his memory wiped so that he won't put the experiment at stake.
Sorry to interrupt. I wanted to give both of you something before we do this. Think of it as a going-away present.
The big problem, of course, is that this means he won't remember Eleanor and the love he has for her. As a parting gift, Michael plays the two a supercut of their greatest moments together. Number 2. Where do you think we are? Scrubs. Dr. Cox is the steely and demanding mentor to the interns at Sacred Heart Hospital. When Scrubs really hits us in the heart, it does it through him. Losing 3 patients in one day was taxing enough, but losing his good friend Ben to leukemia has to be the most harrowing moment in the show's run.
You have to forgive yourself for everything that went down the other day.
You're so annoying.
Yeah.
The show brilliantly lampshades the plot twist of the patient's identity so brilliantly that we don't suspect a thing until JD's big question.
Where do you think we are?
Watching it back, there are a few hints if you pay close enough attention, like Ben not carrying his camera with him. It gets us every time.
How painful it may be.
But I don't have to make this mistake.
With the help of those around you,
And I don't
You'll get through this too.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Mateo's deportation, Superstorm. All of Cloud9 watches as their beloved co-worker is arrested by ICE agents.
We were so close, couldn't back away. 'Cause you were a shadow.
Pam's gallery show, The Office. Michael offers Pam some much needed kindness after her art show.
I'm really proud of you.
Sheldon's Nobel Prize Party, Young Sheldon. Sheldon thinks he's alone in the world, but he has no idea his future friends are out there.
Thankfully, I was wrong.
The real story, MASH. The source of Hawkeye's trauma is revealed in the series finale.
I just wanted to be quiet.
Sophia weeps over her son's death, The Golden Girls. After suppressing so much, the oldest Golden Girl succumbs to her grief.
I always wondered what I did, what I said. When was the day that I did whatever I did to make him the way he was?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Will's dad leaves again. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Will's absent father blows into his life again after years away. Even though his Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv are skeptical about his intentions, Will believes they might start to build a real relationship.
Wake up, Will. This is the same guy who didn't think enough of you to pick up the damn phone.
He made a mistake.
His father even promises to take him on a trip. Then, just as quickly as he came, he leaves again without much in the way of a real apology. Years of pent-up resentment and abandonment issues well up in Will, leading to an explosion of anger and a heartbreaking question for his uncle.
I learned how to drive, I learned how to shave, I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. To hell with him!
While Will Smith was great at playing the jester, it's a scene that showed how well he could do drama too.
How come you don't want me, man?
Which heartbreaking sitcom moment did you expect to see here? Tell us in the comments.
We went to wake up a Pooley. Michelle, he died in his sleep last night.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.